Welcome everybody to the Sports Talk Network channel, and like I even said, this video will be coming out at a random time today, and the time that's randomly happening here is at 2 o'clock, or specifically 2:05 p.m. Central Standard Time, starting all of this video, talking about my favorite YouTubers and those I somewhat dislike. I guess might as well start with the negative, right? That's how people get clicks on videos and usual, and how they become popular because they talk negatively, and this is how these YouTubers have done it. And specifically, there's some in the pony universe, MLP My Little Pony. There's some in sports talk universe here on YouTube that talk sports, that talk wrestling, and talk whatever. The one I want to talk about the most, and even though saying that is promoting his channel, so I already know that. Okay, no one has to tell me that. But is BC Amplified on Twitter at BC Amplified, on Instagram at BC Amplified. And I respect his opinion. He's actually even a fellow Packer fan. And it's not like he's dumb, but it's just the issue that I have with him is that as smart as he is, as good as he is, and as research he tries to be for each and every video he does, reviews, well, not actual reviews, well, reviews of shows are on SmackDown. He does his own booking and this and that, which actually isn't too bad, though I do think Kyron Chase would do better, but he's not bad in his own right. The thing I dislike about him, why he makes my negative list, and one of the few to do so, is because even though he's so smart, he's knows the business, this and that. He's been watching for many years, like I have. I mean, I've been watching for pretty much all my life. I'm 30 years old, started watching at age 6. So you do the basic math there. I've been watching for 24 years of my life. So, 4 years old, 6 years old, whatever. I've been watching then. So, 24 to 26 years of my life, either way, whatever, a good amount of it, 90% of it, of my lifetime. And I'm sure he has his. The point is, if I actually get to it, and that is being that he just seems a little too arrogant in his opinions, and his being strong stance on that. That's why the other person, also still in the wrestling one, because in MLP, the reason I dislike some YouTubers in the MLP universe is not because they're feel like they're above others, which I do think BC Amplified and Good Mic Work are. And sometimes they say, I'm just skimming over this stuff because it's nothing. Well, maybe in the end he's not prepared and didn't want to, to talk about it, or he forgot about this and that, so he doesn't want to even look dumb even a little bit. So it's like, who cares? Or he just, puts a joke in it because whatever, not to even show any misknowings of anything. I mean, people forget things. Smart people like me or him and whatever. Like I said, they're both smart. They have a YouTube following for a reason, but it's just that's great of the mind. But it's just that they just seem high horse sort of thing. They probably won't ever say that. They'll just say, I'm just so passionate and but I know BC Amplified more than even Good Mic Works have said about pretty much that if you think this way, you're stupid or something like that. Or he says even stronger than I'm saying it here. Because me, I try to be docile as I can, even in my rants. And you've seen me rant. Those that watch my podcast, whether football or wrestling, pro football, American football that I'm talking about here. I just want to clarify, since this is YouTube, it's internationally known website. So I just want to share American football, NFL, and pro wrestling, WWE, that I'm passionate about what I say. And the fact that I inflect my voice at all shows that I'm amplified or ranting about something. But the way they do it, and the way they, again, try to hide, or it seems like they're trying to hide that, they didn't remember to talk about this, or, I forgot who was in this match, or the participants of a multi-person match because, I hate that schmoz matches like that, which is fine. Hey, if you hate schmoz matches, that's fine. I know people who do. I like multi-superstar matches. But don't disrespect the superstars of the show, even if you're only going to talk about it for 10 seconds, because you say that you dislike that type of matches, by not spending 6 seconds to write down who all were in the match, right? You spend enough time preparing for your videos. Good Mic Work more than BC Amplified. When he does his podcast each week, it's different when he does his live videos, but his podcast each week, talking about Raw or SmackDown or the pay-per-view. You don't have to simply go to WWE.com or watching it again on Hulu or whatever. and remembering who's in the matches or what happened in the match. Or you write down everything else to be diligent, to be try to be all knowing, and that's good. That's why you're popular. Because you are smart, you know the business and all that stuff. So it's not that I dislike them because they're too smart for themselves. It's just that I dislike them because they were too arrogant. Some people show their passion in different ways. Sure, I know people like that I don't have a problem with them sharing their passion that way because I know them, and that being like Mike Malone or Angry Cruder and how they show their passion and get their points across, but they still do it in a respectful way as much as they can. And I understand that they're joking to me because I know them at least a little bit personally. Obviously, I don't know every inter aspect of their lives, but I know them somewhat personally. Point being is difference between Minority Mike and Angry Cooter, as they're known on their podcast with the host Steve Credo, another wrestling podcast, which is a plus. So this is, they're on the plus side. They're on YouTubers I like and people that I do respect. It's just BC Amplified and good mic work. They just seem they care when they have to, with their subscribers, but then they'd be like, let's say BC Amplified saw this video, he'd be like, just another hater. I don't really mean to be a hater. It's just my opinion on it. Like he would, destroy me if he saw this video. I mean, verbally. I'm sure he could physically too. I don't have much for muscles either, so he probably would be able to destroy me verbally or physically. But it's just that it seems like they're that way. Sure, I'm wrong, but I'm just saying. It's one of those things that I say all this, and if I ever got to talk with them, which I'm sure won't happen because I'm saying this, because their fans then will get at me too. Hey, if you want to at me, I'm on Twitter at WWE_podcast. On my personal Twitter handle at Army_Strong_06. Also Instagram at CBK_06. So, all right. But it's one of those, if I ever actually got to meet them in person or actually talk to them, open-minded on both sides, his side and my side, for me not to prejudge of what I said in this video or in past videos about them, and them not to prejudge me on my low subscriber count and how I seem to be on YouTube. Monotone in this way, because that's just how I am. I'm a more relaxed individual. And maybe that's why it hasn't worked out yet for my channel, because I am so that way. I'm not edgy. I'm not amplified, because that is actually a pretty good name for his channel. BC Amplified, because being amplified, like an amplifier for music, an amplifier for guitar and other accordingly. But just that I'm not that way. That's, and even in my rants, I'm not even that way. And there's very few times I actually swear. To the point some of my team members or even guests that I've had in the past, when I did swear, were like, "Oh my gosh, Steve swore." I wanted to play the Hallelujah song, music, because it happens few and far between, and I'm actually proud of that, because that's just how I am. And it's not because of religion, not because of that, but it's just because of my personality and how I'm wired. Maybe that's weird, maybe that's whatever, maybe that won't go over or get over, in wrestling terms. So I won't go over on YouTube because of that. But I'm sure there's people out there, thousands and thousands, maybe millions and millions, that will respect the YouTuber that way. But then again, even though you respect them, then you have to like the channel or even subscribe. So there's a difference there. People can respect you, but still not subscribe to your channel. But yeah, so since I'm not that way, since usually that's how YouTubers become something, because they're edgy, because you want to find out what they're going to say next, because they are sometimes unhinged, whether they mean to be or not, whether it's calculated or not, which is fine. It's own business. Still, it is a business, right? Play the game, right? Time to play the game. But no. So I get it, all that. That's why I'm saying all of this, as I always ramble, because my mind is always moving. But it just seems to me that's what those two are. So I do respect them. Would like to actually talk to them. Skype call, have them a guest on the show. They probably wouldn't do that, but maybe at least talk it all on Twitter, in the DMs or otherwise, and try to talk it out at least get to know the other person, so I don't have the blindfolds on of my negative thoughts of them, or their blindfolds on what they heard of me say about them, or otherwise, or what they already think about me as me. There's a 30-year-old dude served in the military and trying to do something here on YouTube that is a Packer fan here in Wisconsin. Trying to get my channel over, my podcast, trying to get into broadcasting as a career. I do wish BC Amplified the best, whatever. I don't know his real name, so obviously I gotta keep calling him BC Amplified because that's his channel name. Or you can call a character name here for YouTube. I mean, Good Mic Work, we know his real name, Greg Morgan. But I would like to meet Greg Morgan, or talk to Greg Morgan, or talk to BC Amplify. Talk to the person behind the character and see if we can maybe agree to disagree, or maybe one of those things that, these people that you may dislike so much, whether on their end, my end, whatever end of, or even in your spectrum of life as a YouTuber, as a fan of things, or just in your regular life day to day, there might be that person or individual, same sex or not, that you may have an opinion about them and judging them. Really, in the end, that's what I'm doing, unfortunately. Based on these little things that maybe in the end, if you actually do talk to them, they become one of your best friends or good friends, or just even friends, period, that, start giving you advice or talking to you and working with you, or, follows you back on Twitter and this and that, and gives you a shout out once in a while, not all the time. Just because you're friends on YouTube doesn't mean that person's going to shout you out. They have their own gosh darn YouTube channel to get over to themselves if they haven't already. But the point being is, maybe that's the case. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking that, right? Back of my mind, I'm thinking, if I actually talk to BCM, if I actually talk to Good Mic Work, as much as I'm saying what I'm saying and why they're in the negative side of YouTubers I dislike, I'm sure we have more in common than actually know. But either way, that's on the dislike side. Now on the like side, let's see here. Well, of course, the other podcast that I'm part of, Talking WVJ, videos have really been posted on YouTube for a long time, but we still do our episodes each and every week. So welcome to check them out when you have availability to do so. Again, follow him on Twitter at Talking WVJ. Stephen A is Stephen A1181, and then of course myself for the team there. Also, some other YouTubers, our favorite YouTubers to watch, actually is Truck Driving Brony in the MLP universe. Reacts to MLP episodes. Also, Capron and Apple Geek in the MLP YouTuber universe here, or section here on YouTube. Get With It Sports, Glass, talking football, and other sports as well. Team Boy TV Live with Big Q. When he does get his channel up and running, Raunchy Mikey. When he gets back, he's very busy. He's engaged, planning a wedding, and also working full time. Part of my team here at Steve Wrestling Ramble. And then also, of course, Mark Ramble, Kyron Chase. Their channels are pretty awesome. Kyron Chase talks WWE, My Little Pony, and Sonic the Hedgehog over there. And Mark Ramble reacts to really anything that you want him to. Not to a point, I'm sure, but would. And wrestling content as well over there. Also, other ones to definitely check out that I do like and enjoy immensely in the WWE wrestling community. Luigi PS3, Pure PS4, Tank Ops, and then also, excuse me, and also Monty's Corner channel guru, the channel that his podcast was Best New Show for the Wrestling Radio Awards. I'm sorry about that. But Monty's Corner on Twitter at Monty's Corner. And they're a growing channel, so check that out. Check his stuff out. Very entertaining, very interesting as well. The type of videos he does beyond podcasts that talk about, and that usually are done for pay-per-views, if not every week. During pay-per-view weeks to predict and then review as well. So those would definitely be the main ones that I enjoy. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube channels I'm subscribed to. I mean, I think I'm technically subscribed to like 2,400 YouTube channels. Maybe it's not that high, but there's a lot. There's so much that I had to finally make sure I did ring the bell to many of them. Like if I did have, let's just say, count 2,400. I'm a subscriber to 2,400 channels out there, of the millions that are out there technically, right? Every fan of one is technically a YouTube channel because you have to have a account here to subscribe to others. And then it's up to you if you ever want to make your channel something or just be a dormant channel that's just there to subscribe to others, just to be an account to subscribe to others, like videos and otherwise, right? Which is fine. Point is though, out of the 2,400, we just say probably 100. I ring the bell for Bello Twins, WWE, NFL, NFL and Fox, Karen Chase, Monty's Corner, X3, which is another good one. Blue X Demon X, check out my boy there. Kip Clips, Caprion, Apple Geek. Do you want to build a universe? Dr. Wolf, The Williams Nader. Who else? Well, many others, like I said. So those are just a few there, beyond the ones that I already talked about that I liked. But those are definitely my favorite ones. If I had to pick a favorite of the favorite, like the one I watched the most out of all the ones I said that I like, and I don't even know if I even brought it up, but my favorite one, I do like to actually go back to and watch old videos while watching also his new stuff as well, of course. Actually, is Monty's Corner. And by the way, even though I dislike Good Mic Work and PC Amplified in a way, I still subscribe to their channel. I still ring the bell. I know when I get the email, the notification when Good Mike records live for his live reviews, or he has a video up for his podcast weekly or PC Amplified, when he has his Amplified bookings or Q&As or whatever. I don't watch all the videos, of course, of each of them, but I do know when they're out there. And no, I don't be a troll and I don't comment on their videos mainly. I do not comment on their videos meanly, in a mean way, or vulgar, or being a jackwagon in that way. But they're just one of those I'm always watching. I'm always watching them. I'm always watching everyone, whether I dislike or like your YouTube channel. I'm always watching. Like I said, I'm subscribed to 2,400 channels. And sometimes randomly I am watching one of the channels that I forgot I was even subscribed to. Even reactors, movie reactors. There's a couple in that way. The Peter Bros. There's one that has the weekly show, our daily show. Movie Talk, the Movie Talk show, each and every day. Collider videos, and stuff like that. Like I enjoy those channels as well. But yeah, there's always each and every niche. I'm like one, just like I was in high school with friends. Like I was friends with all different types of classes, social classes in high school. Geeks, jocks, or geeks / nerds, jocks, populars in general, non-populars, middle of the roads, scholars, band people, individuals. So I'm pretty much was friends with at least one person in each of the social classes there. So that's kind of how I am in life and on YouTube as well here, with each niche and each thing as well. Like reviews of different TV shows, other things, wrestling, football. Like My Little Pony more so now, of course. Star vs. Force of Evil reactors. Like the Cartoon Kitty, one of my favorite. Kick-Ass Reactions. Flaming Shark, the Flaming Shark YouTube channel. He's pretty awesome. You want to talk about one that I do keep watching or watch their whole series once, and I might actually be doing this soon. Again, the Flaming Shark of when he was reacting to Star Versus, which is going to be coming back. Star Versus: The Force of Evil. So he would be that one that I also do that too. Yeah, my Mounties Corner. I really do. I go back to watch old videos and otherwise. Now I've actually been watching some Mounties videos of like ones that are Q&As and how he does it. Not saying there's a right or wrong way, but just seeing how he does it, right? For his company, as I would call it, or for his channel. That's like a little company that you own. And trying to make it grow and be popular. But also the Would You Rather videos. I'm going to be doing that here upcoming. I'm going to need some questions. So if people, you have some questions or some Would You Rathers, welcome to send them my way. I already tweeted that out. Haven't got really any responses yet, but I'm sure hopefully you do send me some. You can send me as many as you want. It can be 20 of them from one person. I mean, that helps me out. At least it makes a reason to do the video next Wednesday, because that would be my random video Wednesday, which I'm doing here for a couple weeks until I return with my NFL podcast. I don't like having an odd number of videos per week. I know that's kind of weird or stupid or whatever, but I have to have at least an even number. So I couldn't do two. I wasn't going to do just one. I wasn't going to get rid of both my Raw and SmackDown reviews and just do the podcast. So I kept the Raw and SmackDown, of course, and the podcast. So that makes three. And the only odd number I'd like to have are the ones in series of fives. 5, 15, 25, so forth. Are the only odd numbers I'm okay with leaving with doing. Because there's been in the past where I had like 9 videos. I thought I was going to, when I created the, every Sunday night or Monday early morning, I create the Google Hangouts for all the videos I'm going to do for the week. And so there was one week where I thought there was 10 I had in my head. Raw review, SmackDown review. It must have been a pay-per-view week because the predictions, the 2 live reactions, the review after on the Sunday, all that blah, blah, blah stuff. And I thought I had 10, but I really had 9. And I'm like, okay, now I need a 10th one. What am I going to do? So I randomly threw up another video. I think that was the week I did the Michael Jordan versus LeBron James video. Not because it was random, because it was a stupid topic. No, it's a topic people have all the time. Water coolers and otherwise. Sports bars. Especially during the NBA season or NBA Finals season when LeBron James is in the finals, which is most of the time. 7 years in a row, right? But anyways, so just silly things like that. That, again, is just how I am, how I'm wired. Even Steven, I guess, works for me. Even more so I ever thought it would be. Beyond it just being a catchy thing. But yeah, so here I'm kind of having a new shtick, at least for a short time. Obviously, it won't be forever. It'll just be for a short time until my NFL podcast can be that 4th video for the week, along with when my show reviews return. Last Man Standing is coming back to TV, so I'll be revitalizing and restarting those reviews here on this very channel. So there'll be another video added, just like that, which again would actually make it odd again, an odd number. Point being is, for now, with not having that, Riverdale's over. MTV Scream never really started yet, and I don't know if it's going to. I don't even know if they actually created the episodes yet for the new season. If so, then I'll be up here with Jay at Talking WJ doing those reviews. But for now, I'll have a random Wednesday video thing, and for next week, it's going to be Would You Rather. A week after that is going to be Q&A. So, of course, the week before, I sent out a tweet to let people know to send me your questions. And again, this week, my tweet I already sent early in the week at WB_podcast. You can find it buried somewhere in my replies to the big thread we have there, Twitter thread. And leave your questions there, or leave your questions here in the comment section below. Though this is not what this video is for, I might as well bring it up here later in the video. Again, there's no limit to how many questions you want to ask. So if 4 people want to ask 10 questions each and 10 people, 4 questions, or 4 would you rathers each, with 40 would you rather questions, then definitely it would be good enough for a video, however long that would be, right? And if anybody wants to be a guest in the would you rathers to participate, or the Q&As and participate, welcome to let me know as well. But yeah, like I said, the Flaming Shark and Mounties Corner are the 2 ones that I've been going back for sure. Flaming Shark still has to catch up on Star Versus, or not, on MLP and other stuff, but more, for the reason I watch this channel, MLP and Star Versus. He needs to catch up on MLP. The Cartoon Kitties has finally caught up to Star Wars: The Force of Evil. There's some other YouTubers that I watched that were catching up to series that I enjoy. And again, even though this is not the nature of this video, but I want to thank Kyron Chase to get me into My Little Pony. And I might talk about this in a Q&A because one of my questions I already did get for a Q&A, because I let people know when I slid in their DMs on Twitter, letting them know I'm planning to do this, asked me about that. Don't worry, I'll answer it in the Q&A. But the question is, what did you think of MLP before you actually watched it? Like before Kyron, my co-host on my podcast, advised me to watch it, just as much as I tried to advise him to watch Star versus the Force of Evil. He gave it a shot, but he just didn't get through it. He didn't enjoy it, and that's fine. He's not gonna pretend to like a show because his good friend liked the show he told him to like, right? Or not told him to like, but told him to check out. That was on me to like MLP. I don't have to either. And I feel obliged to have to enjoy MLP because he enjoys it and because he asked me to watch it. Neither of us were, but I actually do. I'm really into it. I'm loving it and can't wait for season 8 to continue. But point is, that was the question. So I'll be answering that, at least one question I have in the bank, ready for 2 weeks from now, Wednesday. But like I said, for this next week, Wednesday, the subject will be Would You Rather. My first ever time doing it. And definitely check out all the YouTubers I talked about, even the two that I said I disliked. Like I said, there are some in the MLP world, but I didn't really want to bring their names up because of reasons, let's just say. I mean, maybe I dislike them stronger than anything. But definitely check out the ones that I do like. And I know this might be repetitive, but I'm just going to go through it all again. Capelon, Apple Geek, Do You Want to Build a Universe? Kyron Chase, Mark Rambo, Raunchy Mikey. Even the two that I said I disliked, they do still have good channels, Good Mic Work and BC Amplified. And if you are fans of those two or know of those two, that you work with them, collab with them, or just are friendly with them, let them know that Steve of Steve's Wrestling Ramble wants to try to at least reach out and talk to them. Whether they blow me off or not, that's their business. But I do at least want to try to have the olive branch out there. Skip Clips, X3, Monty's Corner, Raunchy Mikey, The Flaming Shark, Cartoon Kitty, Collider Movie Talk, and of course WWE, NFL, all the regular sports ones, Bell Twins YouTube channel, Up, Down, Down, and all the other ones that most of the fans are. If you are a fan of specific things. But I just wanted to share that my favorite YouTubers to watch, and the two specifically that I do at the moment dislike, but I definitely don't hate because I've been seeing. Because trust me, if I actually hated them, I wouldn't have brought them up at all. I wouldn't say their name. I wouldn't have said that they're on Twitter at Good Mic Work, or you can find him goodmicwork.com or goodmicworkcommentaries.com. Or I would say BC Amplified on Twitter at BC Amplified, on Instagram with the same name at BC Amplified. Right? Because I respect them. I may have the feelings that I had about them that I already pontificated about, but doesn't mean I don't respect them. And it's obviously their business if they want to reply or at all here. Then again, my stuff talking about them is buried within all the other things I talked about here, so who knows? But either way, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed this video. Welcome to leave a comment in the comment section below. Like the video, share the video, share it to BC Amplified, share it to Good Mic Work. I already shared the Twitter handles enough times. You should know where to send this video to then. So just copy and then paste the link to a tweet to them and see if they actually reply to you than to me about it. So, and even if you want, and I'm sure you there or you over there already know that that of how to share that stuff and how to go about that. So I definitely would appreciate if you did share that to them in a tweet and see if they do reply to you and go from there. Let me know what they say. Maybe even screenshot it and tweet it to me at WB_podcast or my personal handle at Army_strong_06. So I'll be back next week for my random video Wednesday. Like I said, it's just a thing that I'll have again for a short time, probably until mid to late August. I'll probably say mid-August for right now. So at least for 4 to 6 weeks. So it's still long enough of random video Wednesday, random time, random topic. I at least know for the next 2 weeks. Next Wednesday is going to be my Would You Rather videos. So again, send in your Would You Rather questions to me here in the comment section of this video. And then the next week, in 2 weeks from today, is going to be my Q&A, my fan Q&A. So there you go. You're already welcome to send those in. I'll write them down in my handy dandy notebook I have, not near me, but around here. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this background better than the basement or the couch. And I mean the couch here, basement downstairs on the couch. Either way, let me know. I like to hear everything. I have my survey as well in a comment. I'm doing this all for my 4 videos this week. You're welcome to check out the survey, give your thoughts on there, whether you're doing it seriously or half-assed or whatever. I appreciate you doing it at all. 10 questions there, so it shouldn't take too long. At the most, 10 minutes, at the least 4 minutes. So hope you all have a great rest of your day, really. I really do. Hope you guys do. It's a beautiful day here in Wisconsin. Hopefully it's a beautiful day where you are. If it's not, there's stormy weather coming or going. Stay safe. Be smart. But above all else, as always, take care.